never mind.
Blitz is great as well into this misfortune. I mean, anything that's going to be able to, at range, grab a stationary target is going to feel really good about this, and Jace also is somewhat reliant on his...
Poked into oblivion. As level 2 has been found. Heroic charge, no stun here from Keria, as now Lehans finds the hook. Onto Keria, gets the knock up, but now he's taken so much damage. Smashed, one more auto will do it, and he flashes forward to pick it up. That's first blood in this bottom lane, as the flash from Gio is so weird alongside that heroic charge. One more auto would do it, but it's not gonna be.
Turn to the Grubs, because if you end up losing a lot of control early, it's going to be a disaster, and Gideon's in trouble.
Ona's going in, but Keria taking a fair bit of damage as well. Steadfast presence as he misses the Mystic shot there. Does Jiwoo, and Lehen's going to pay the price for it. Smash grabs yet another kill as Arcane Shift gets Jiwoo. And I believe he agrees. Kingen now looking for a bit of an angle as Keria moving on up. Doran moving in as well as another heroic charge. Kingen trying to get himself out of there as the Crescent Guard is now on cooldown. Faker very low though, cannot join this fight as the hook is going to connect. Can they actually CC this Xin Zhao enough? That's the question. Gideon diving on top of him, flashes forward. Owner is healing though, and is going to survive. Good shield there as Kingen comes in to protect his jungler. And now Doran should be able to just finish off Fisher. If that hook had landed, Fisher able to flash his way out, but now Kingen's the one that eventually will pay the price.
Oh man, Nongshim committing so heavily to this one. Lens should be able to get the execute here at the end of the day, but ultimately still another kill over to T1. They will be able to secure 2 out of 3 grubs at the end of the day. Fisher also losing his flash. Only Gio with his flash left remaining here across the side of Nongshim. As Keria looking for a buckler and won't find it, but ooh, that was a bit of a messy one.
I would say so too.
The flash.
Yeah. Does have his ultimate back off cooldown, but let's see what he can actually get done here as the Steadfast presence gets him into the wall. There's the bullet time and he's dead.
It's just systematic.
It's almost a go next type situation here as far as Nongshim are concerned. Doran just looking to hold on to the wave, and Lehens can't really seem to hit a hook on his former top.
Like in the bottom 2v2, her damage was big as Doran.
All right, there's cease and desist. Let's see whether they can actually get the kill. They pull him back, but now it's Keria to remove Gideon from the equation. Still, Doran does go down. Faker teleporting in. I don't know about that one because he's trying to get himself out. A little bit weird as far as how the Observer PC managed to figure that.
Locking somebody down and you just press R. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a look at it happening one more time. Let's see whether the Constante shenanigans can actually bring Kingen out of this one. The all-out, just not going to be invested, so he's just going to die.
And beyond the death's top side, I was going to mention this before, which no longer relevant, but it was almost perfect game pace for T1 leading up until that because they had everything else. The Dragon is theirs as well because Owner was on the bottom side taking that while that top side play was happening. And Lehen's, like, it's zoning's Gio out of farm as well. And, you know, you can see Kingen is like, cool, I've got my Shadow Jungler bottom side. I'll eventually get this one, but it is never going to be a race on top of dealing with Ezreal pretty well. But now we can deal with the poke from those Qs from Gio. So it's just a really tough matchup for Gio. And that's just another. Probably wishes he did it the other way.
Yeah. Well, there's a heroic charge onto Jude. If it doesn't get the stun, then the bullet time doesn't get a whole lot of value. As we get a bit of a zoom in, Jonas Stronghold. Well, True Shot Barrage going to try and help clear out this wave. Lehen's making his way over, but this turret is just dead. And because Keria can channel the ultimate, that's all you really need to worry about. That can protect their escape very comfortably. And in the meantime, Faker also taking another inner turret. There's only one inner turret left. And that's a Rift Herald as well.
Yeah, I mean, T1 are just farming Nongshim right now. Like, yeah. Everything that's red belongs to
in a turret.
Faker has Nashers now. Already got that inner. So there's not a whole lot of like side lane hitting of turrets to do, but he still can hit the champions pretty hard. And the Leandri's damage into Kingen is going to hurt a lot. The LDR that's done at this point in time for Smash is going to hurt a lot. Gio has his second item, but he
oh no!
Gideon
just completely isolated now. And yeah, Smash able to hit him at 25-minute Baron as well. If we actually make it to 25 minutes, that's kind of my theory.
Oh,
all right. There's a pick onto Keria.
You know, it's a little bit later than on 20, but about 2015.
Yep, and we're also standing on some vision here on Nongshim's side. Let's see whether they can get some sort of steal happening, as there is the flash forward. Gideon steals it, and now they get a free ticket home. Can they grab themselves some kills as well? That's the question. As 200 gold going over to Owner as they are just kind of farming these Otacon. Just 5. Keria with that Keeper's Verdict can really make things tough as Doran on a flank angle. Fisher over the wall there as well. Cease and desist to get on top of him. And Doran's just being thrown around this fight like a ragdoll. Fisher is now found by Carrier, who does just evict Jiu. Emperor's Divide goes wide, though, is now Kingen trying to stay alive, but he's still at Otacon buff for another 20 seconds, so that's kind of cute. That's going to be Ona taking away the Dragon. Flash out from Faker avoid. And Ona and Faker getting to work on this Dragon. Cease and desist is going to connect onto Smash. Keeper's Verdict just to get rid of the damage, and down goes the jungler. And that will mean Baron is available if T1 would like to take it, as now Kingen being discovered by Ona is exactly what Nongshim do not want. Just pick after pick here for T1, and 1 versus 5, I don't think he's going to be able to get that one. Lahan's going to get picked up by that Emperor's Divide and will be cut down where he stands as well by the onslaught of Sand Soldiers. And T1, I don't know whether they even necessarily need to take the Baron. They might just do it because they feel like it, but I think also pushing into the enemy base might be a way to win.
Yeah, well, it looks like Fisher's flash isn't going to be enough to get him out of here. And
To the Skies was both a request and the name of the ability.
Yes. I think that with the Azir damage here, they could easily just two-man this, and then the remainder of these minions, which aren't really being thinned out by anyone, will just end the game here for T1. Faker does have teleport as well, so he can just TP to mid, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's looking for the second inhibitor here. They can start to collapse in with these Baron-buffed cannon minions to say goodnight.
Well, there's finally a hook connecting onto Doran. Nice work, Lahens. We got there, even though it is a little bit too little and perhaps too late. Inhibitor goes down, top side and mid. And Nongshim are at least, I mean, they're breathing.
Yeah, T1 decide not to opt for the end. Interestingly, now they're in an awkward spot here.
Well, Lahens is also in an awkward spot. Wind becomes lightning, doesn't actually amount to too much. As Kingen, stopped by the Steadfast Presence, Jiu needs to offer some damage back to at least deter them. The flash forward to miss the Q is not exactly what you want. As now Ona possibly out of position as well. Crescent Guard does absolutely nothing as now Kingen gets an all-out onto Doran. Nongshim actually finding some angles here as Faker is now on the floor. Carrier and Smash the only one
to then kind of siege the Nexus and stay together, but they kind of fragmented themselves off. Had a bit of a late retreat in this game.
Taking them down. But now that the siege is on, this is where things get dangerous. Out goes Kingen, in goes Carrier. Ona looking for an advantage onto Jiu, who's trying to stay alive, but the bullet time says absolutely not. Lahens down to 50%, make that 30 and make that dead. Emperor's Divide doesn't do a whole lot because the all-out gets Kingen through it, but he also heads straight to the death chamber. It's a triple kill for Smash. Fisher the last man standing, and there was a blip. There was a bit of a hiccup, but ultimately the outcome was still the same as it's been dictated throughout the entirety of the game. T1 just too good in this game number 1.
Very dominant game from T1. Success, and we're just going all in.
Yeah, okay, so that's Carrier's Pike. We know just how good he is on this champion, but that is definitely the opposite of a tank. That is as far the opposite of a tank that you can possibly get. This guy cannot even get health. Like, it just does, it's impossible. Smash with things. Doesn't, I believe, manage to tag him with the frost there. Oh dear, Lahens is just dead.
High value.
Something like that before you decide to go back with 200 health. As now Jiu is trying to fight against Doran. And Doran silences himself and does a lot of damage here to Jiu. Does get a little bit on the back end. This could be another opportunity for that, as now Lahens wants to be able to find it. Cocoon now going to connect as he flashes on over. Fisher's in so much trouble, still going to survive. They take down the Lee Sin first, the repel to get Lahens out of dodge. And now Jiu's on the board, picks up the kill onto Carrier. Faker now in trouble, and it's a double for the Ashe. Try and get a PhD in
if you had a
Diego
group,
interactions.
If you had a group of 20...
Oh, okay. There is the safeguard kick flash onto Jiu, who is very dead.
All right, well, there you go.
Yep, revenge. Secured. The feat of strength did go over to Nongshim. So there is at least that. They can take that one to the bank. Nice little knock up here from Fisher as Doran misses the harpoon. That's going to win the trade there for the Yone. But that is one Grub going on down as Wojcik are going to give away the position here of Smash. Carrier comes in though, lands the Bone Skewer as Kingen's in a bit of trouble as well. Lahens is just dead. Explosions there as the ulti's looking really cool. A double in theory, but it is just egg form. And still, that's a 4-man ult from Fisher! Smash gonna get ripped to shreds! And they take down Faker as well. Back so much it can make some of these Yone plays work out. As Kingen also may just be dead, which would also be bad, but Ona's going to dive in. There's the safeguard kick as Lahens comes through. Ona is going to die, so it's a 1-for-1. But Lahens is now finding himself a little bit trapped underneath this turret. That turret is very angry. And Smash taking a lot of damage here. Lehens, I don't know about this one, buddy. Still, can he get in range of the Q as there's the repel and he gets the execute? Not enough that Carrier can do about it as now Faker will turn up, but Fisher is now landed. Carrier looks for the ultimate, doesn't quite find it, but still, the stun is going to connect. Carrier going to be falling as we've also got Gideon getting eaten by a very angry robot Yordle. And Jiu, can he actually avenge him? The answer is perhaps, because we just continue to fight here in this game. Doran now running for the hills. Faker looking for Fisher. He flashes, he picks it up. And however, I will eat nothing. Just for you guys, just so that I can remain true. Okay, Lehen's gonna find the cocoon onto Ona here, who puts him up into the sky. Kingen just continuing to try and push them away. Gets stunned and now has no real way out. And will be taken out of there.
Oh man, my man.
T1 to walk into them, and that first pick does actually come through. The amount of, you know, snowball potential within a fight is extraordinarily high with, and let's see whether Jiu knows it, and he does. As Bone Skewer still going to connect, and Jiu just gonna be able to find the hook, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Let's see whether Gideon can make it a 2-for-1.
Not punished. He's even gonna let some of these minions go with it, or at least some damage on that cannon. But going back to
control around this river is Gideon pushing forward. Arrow going to connect there onto Ona. The double stun, the layering CC, but he gets himself out with the safeguard, and now Gideon is burning down. Faker, Valkyries to reposition, and now it smashes Killer Instinct. He didn't even need a button with that name on it. He already just had that, but it is working out for them. Oh dear, yeah, that is a Void Seeker that's going to put him down towards the egg, and down goes Yone as well. Faker's health bar suffered a little bit, but nothing.
It's just too little too late. The scaling is definitely high in terms of what she can do damage-wise later, but I don't know if it's going to matter.
Well, Kingen is going to do his best to try and find an angle, and Faker is going to make it impossible for any value to be collected. Gives him the good old thumbs up as Void Seeker is going to find him. My goodness. He deserved that, you know, like catching a bit of a break here.
I mean, look, anyone who's even a T1 fan will cheer for an Anivia in those moments. You know, we haven't seen Anivia that much really ever in a while, and Zeus did it one time, and now we're like, oh, could this be a thing? Could we see Anivia? That's just sit here in mid. This 4-1 Otacon play is so oppressive. A lot of teams would just look for a dive here, but T1 don't need to. They know that Nongshim can't punish. They can't look for the picks like their comp wants to while they're sieged up like this.
Oh dear, Doran possibly in trouble. The wall goes down, Repel goes up, and remember they have Otacon, but this is still a bunch of money going over to Nongshim. They just need to make sure that they do not die. Killer Instinct gets smashed in there as they take down Jiu. 1 for 2.
Some time here.
Yep, counter siege for Anivia is no joke, as now Fisher is going to take an equalizer ride. He did not want that. Another equalizer is there now in the form of a Valkyrie, and Faker didn't even really need it.
This was not played.
Yes, not the droids you were looking for. Okay, Lehens is just thrown into a Bone Skewer. That was sexy. That was their lead. Now that they have it, things are looking real dire, and Carrier doesn't miss those. Once again, that is a dead Ashe.
Yeah, sometimes against these Carrier spears, you gotta just flash it, man.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, maybe I'll dodge. You don't dodge this guy.
I mean, if I was playing against him, I would probably, my way of dodging it would be to be in the fountain.
The problem is if you flash his hook, then you don't have your flash for his next one. He's not going to miss, you know. Yeah, he was in deep trouble there. T1 going to grab this Baron on spawn again. And this game is just unfortunate.
Allowed to go home. The equalizer going to stop that. Now Carrier looking for an opportunity to take him down. He's going to slink through. Does get tagged as, oh god, just like 3 buttons and he's dead. Fisher not going to be allowed to escape here. Does get a big old shield as he flashes on top of Faker. He almost goes down. Eventually Gideon does secure that kill as the Bone Skewer this time just barely going to go wide. And Doran going to get taken down. Gideon now finding some of these angles, some of these opportunities as he gets on top of Smash with a Heartbreaker. Now Jiu with these auto attacks as Carrier, it's just going to get auto down. And Ona possibly out of position. There's the kick, follows in order to take down Gideon, but the stun is going to be there, and there's the Ashe damage. We've been waiting.
As well. The damage coming out of the stolen Corki was unreal. That's going to be a lot of gold over to Nongshim here. They secure Dragon as well. Gets another transform. Smash is like, I got a flash. That's way too much damage. Uh-oh.
I've seen this move
6th time this game.
And this did happen in game number 1 as well, right?
Yes.
It was the negative Rebel Baron power play into T1 saying, haha, I guess we'll just win. And then they did. This does have an Anivia in it, so maybe that just win is going to take a little while longer. But Ona says he's going to split push, take down a mid lane inhibitor turret, and T1 to continue to push forward. King in. Gonna get just engaged on here by Keria. King goes golden. Keria likely to die as Gideon is just burning. That is going to be the rocket to take him down. Actually, the last tick of Ignite, I believe, was what removed him there. And Nongshim continuing to play defense. Arrow going to connect onto this Rumble as the ulti from Fisher. It might be enough there to be able to take him down, but instead he goes golden. Owner now taken down to his GA. Smash is getting autoed down by Jiu, who's standing and delivering as far as this damage is concerned. If he's not instantly killed, things can be better unless Owner does that. And now the entire bottom lane is being wiped out. He does have to sacrifice himself for it. Speaking of sacrifices, Doran will be taking down Fisher, the hero, as Kingen versus Faker are tail.
Fisher actually locks Doran down, and then Jiu positions really well. Yeah, can we stop doing the thing where we say nice things about Nongshim, then we come back and they're dead?
Yeah, this guy is sick. Ona now looking to try and connect that Q, but the arrow is going to be what lands. Nice little stun there as in goes Ona looking for another opportunity. King and just trying to play defense. This picks him out of the air again! How does Keria keep doing this? Now looks for the engagement in the backline, sacrifices himself at Smash to find an avenue in. He's gonna take down Jiu, and Fisher somehow misses everyone with that ultimate. That actually, I don't think that's on Fisher. That should have hit something, I think. As now Faker is gonna say enough with the shenanigans, and he's looking to end this game right here. The most kills in a game here for the LCK Cup ever. And Fisher is still going to try and get more, at least give more. It's 2 go down before Smash is given some time with this Nexus. Doran also going to be able to clear out the kill onto King and gets the ace. And this is going to be the 2-0 for T1. Welcome to the playoffs of the LCK Cup. You'll be up against either DRX or Humble Life Esports, depending on who wins. They're a little bit better than that of DRX. And so I think that there will be a microscope on Humble Life Esports and how easily and comfortably they can take down their opposition before the playoffs. Is this the most no-brainer POM vote of all time? Keria having an absolute day out today.
I voted for Owner. No, I thought Owner was more consistent across 2 games, but in game 2, I thought it was a very easy, like if we were doing POG, like 100% Keria gets it, but his Lee Sin got them back in control of the game with that kick on the top side.
That was a cool one.
He also had some really nice, important plays towards the end of the game to finish it out, because he was like, guys, I'm trying to win here. But
he did start all of the Harlem Globetrotters moments that Keria managed to snatch them out of the air with, like the alley-oops that they were doing with those kills.
It was both of them, to me, I thought that were by far the most impressive players.
Yep, but now it is time for us to throw it over to the interview, so let's hear from Keria about some of those sick plays.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Keria on the side of T1. Congratulations! Thank you. Congratulations on advancing to the playoffs. This is your first POM. How do you feel? First of all, I'm happy that I'm able to win and get POM. And it's great to be able to finish the match with a quick 2-0. Yeah, in game 1, your Poppy skill shots were on point. So how are you so good at hitting these skill shots? I think Poppy, as a champion, doesn't really have that too much detail into hitting skill shots. So as long as you use her skill shots in the right moment, I think that's really all that matters when playing her. And yeah, you have a fellow Otani in your team, Owner. So how did he react? You know, when Poppy was really hot, I was actually not playing her very well, so I think Owner used to blame me on me playing Poppy, so I really tried hard and I grinded and really tried to prove myself this time. And your Pyke made an appearance today in game 2, and he's a champion that can fall off in the late game, so what was your game plan? I've only imagined playing Pyke against Elise, and Elise actually in the early game doesn't really have good movement against Pyke, and Elise can actually fall off easily in the early game, so I think that's what I tried to capitalize off of. And so we got a chaotic game too, and it was a record-breaking 54 kill game.
저희 팀이 보이스에서 텐션이 올라오는 것 같으면 승기를 좀 잡았다고
So
느끼는 것
whenever
같아요.
I feel like when I notice that we're going to actually win the game is when our team spirit is up in the voice comm. So I think that's when I can tell. And congratulations on your 5th debut anniversary. Thank you for the yummy snacks. And you've been ePro for 5 years now. So how has that treated you? Throughout 5 years, there were many ups and downs, but in any given moment, given that I had the support of my fans and my teammates, I was able to enjoy my time as a pro. And I think I still have a long way to go in regards to achieving my goals, so I think I have a lot more left to show. So would you like to send any message to your fans then? First of all, thank you so much for always cheering for me. I always want to try my best and show you my best. Thank you so much. That's the end of the interview with Keria, and back to the space. Thank you.
There it is, the anniversary man. 5 years of Keria and his ingenuity. He gets the player of the match as T1 go 2-0 clear over the Noodle Boys straight into the playoffs. And it is 10 out of 11 and one trolling wolf, as he said.
Oh, hey, whoa.
You can't say that.
Be gone. Be gone. We were like, oh, let's vote for Keria. You know what he said? That man that's trying to throw a wolf under the bus? What do you mean? It's Owner.
I did say his Owner.
Wonderful. Owner is one of the. Lucid is the best jungler in the LCK, but Owner is very close and has been performing amazingly thus far. So I'm not gonna throw shade on that vote.
Such a disrespect. Well, I feel bad for Owner, man. Deegan is making it worse.
No, wait. Okay, hold on. Owner is one of the most consistent junglers in the LCK Cup, and today was no exception. Yes, Wolf. That's what I'm saying. The other thing that I'm saying is, Wadid said, well, I'm voting for Keria because Owner's gotten most of them already. That's a terrible way to vote. Why don't hosts get to vote?
Joke aside, Keria performed perfectly, especially on his 5 years anniversary. He even faced Deskers as well.
No, you see this? He got bribed for the vote.
Keria, I love you. Thank you so much. You are the GOAT. Thank you so much. Thank you, Keria. You're the best.
Yeah, ever since his debut days on DRX, definitely found his way. I think the bone skewers were just absolutely crazy. Pyke is one of those champions where it's really easy to look good in laning phase because he's so insanely strong and when you start roaming. But it's actually, to me, one of the hardest champions in the game to play out post-lane phase when you get to the team fights, the skirmishes. Because if you ever get hit by any stray point of CC, you die immediately. And Keria just makes it look pretty easy. And when he dies, it feels like, particularly with some of the later plays, he's like, oh, that's fine. I'll die so that my team can clean up.
Joke aside, you cannot really play Pyke like a solo queue. That's the reason why you cannot play Pyke on a pro scene. But this guy plays like a solo queue, right? He's just styling on them with Pyke. So that's why